It started with reports on the news, some sort of new virus going around. Nobody took it seriously. Too many wolf cries in the past, you know? Everybody thought it was just some new thing. They'd come out with a vaccine and we'd all go on living our lives. I remember the exact moment the lights went out. I was lying in bed, watching the ceiling fan. Each blade slowed down until it eventually stopped. The night before, I had ignored a phone call from my mother. Because I didn't want to deal with it. How was I to know that I would never talk to her again? 9 days later, the world was in complete chaos. We didn't know what was going on. Everyone was dying. Those that weren't dying were killing. Boarded up our windows. We used our stores of canned food to survive. We had guns. We had ammunition. We had food, water stores. I thought we'd make it through this. Well, I was wrong. Good, healthy, doesn't look diseased. Looks pretty good to me. I think this will work. Interesting. How did you survive this long? Well, good morning, sunshine. You've been sleeping for 7 hours straight. Must be nice. I suppose you needed it. You were starving and dehydrated when I got you. I've been giving you fluids as well as a feeding tube. That's what that is. Yeah, you should be feeling quite a bit better. I assume you've been hiding and you had to go out and forage. Run out of food, run out of water. It happens. did have you restrained with some tape. I wasn't sure if you were going to wake up in the middle of the night and attack me. So, I'll remove that if you like. Just your arms. There we go. Get the other one. Just as a precaution. There we go. Now you can move. Yeah. So please try to ignore the drones. They can't get in. I have securities in place, shall we say. Wouldn't worry about it, but they can be quite annoying at night, let me tell you. So, how long have you been foraging out there? I see. And you survived the illness, yeah. Well, you were knocked out pretty hard. You've actually got a few scratches and scrapes on your neck, and you're pretty dirty. When's the last time you showered or bathed in a river? More like. Yeah, I can tell. Well, if you don't mind, I will at least wash your face and neck and maybe your hair. Yeah. Alright. Well, I've got this towel here. Let me just look over your injuries. Wipe them down first. Let's see. Alright. Just. Okay. Alright. You're beat up pretty bad there. I don't have much left, but I have a bit of soap, and I can use it to wash your face and your neck, just so you don't get infected. Okay? Right. I think it's pretty important. Okay, I'll go ahead and get this soap ready. Just a little bit of water and a little bit of lather into this towel. I'll use it to wipe your face. Yeah, you're pretty filthy. I don't get a lot of other people around here. Part of that is when 97% of the world's population is eradicated. You don't really get a lot of people. hair. I don't really have any shampoo, but I can use what I use on myself, which is this simple vinegar and water solution. All I do is spray it on and then sort of like shake it through. Doesn't get it real clean, but it keeps the bugs away. Would you like me to do that? You're gonna have to close your eyes. Or you can keep them open, but vinegar burns. Okay. Alright. Just still. Okay, here we go. Alright, now we'll just shake it all through just to get a nice even coating, I guess. Keeps the bugs away. You might be itching less, which is a good thing. Alright. You look better already. Good, good. Well. I assume you're pretty hungry. Am I right? Yeah. All I have is popcorn. I've actually been eating popcorn for, let me see, 12 days straight now. Yeah, that's all I have. And I do have some pig fat to top it with, which gives me energy. I'll probably be putting some of that on there. I don't have any salt, but the pig fat is pretty salty in itself. So, would you like me to make you some? I make it over here the old-fashioned way on a fire. Yeah, and by fire, I mean a candle. Yeah. Alright. Well, excuse me. I'll just... I can't even tell you how sick of popcorn I am, but it's all I have. I ran out of my food stores weeks ago, and this is all that's left of what was left over in this house. This isn't exactly my home, you see. I kind of took this house over. I found it and thought it was just as good of a house as any. I do really enjoy that it has a basement, and the basement is kept nice and cool and dry so I can store food in it. introduce myself and let you know how I got here, how I came about this luxurious life I'm leading. As you know, the forces that be released the diseases and the plagues of illnesses that have wiped out almost the entire world's population. And then they released the drones to circle the globe, take out anyone that's left. But what not everybody knows is that before all of this, they had planned out certain scenarios. And some of us were specifically chosen to partake in said scenarios. Certainly was not by choice, but be that as it may, it was about 9 days after the first wave, and nobody knew what was happening. There was mass confusion. And I remember very specifically one afternoon, I don't know what time it was, no clocks were working, of course. My door was kicked down and I was tied to a chair and made to watch as my entire family was burned alive, even the pets. I was obviously very confused, not to mention heartbroken. Then I was taken to a lab where I was tortured, tested on for what felt like years. There was no time in that place. They had several of us, and they gave us all injections daily. Most did not survive, but those that did, from the injections, were able to tap into areas of the brain that humans do not normally have access to. Along with that came certain abilities, certain powers, if you will. And what they wanted was to use us for sick entertainment. Those of us with these abilities would be put into an arena while these sick, wealthy people of the world that brought all this down upon us would watch as we fought random, innocent people. They would bring in families. They would bring in animals. They would bring in anything they wanted to see us kill. And we had no control, no will over our own bodies. They did with us as they pleased. They gave us medicine. They brainwashed us. They twisted our minds so that we would be at their beck and call as their slaves. We had to protect them. We had to entertain them. We had to please them. And what they didn't expect is for our minds and our bodies to adapt to this medication. You see, when you keep opening portions of the brain and you keep pushing someone past their limits, eventually you lose control. You're going into uncharted territory of the mind. You cannot control the person any longer. And we fought back. The man who had picked me personally had me lined up before this entire storm began. He saw me at the gym, and he had chosen me before I even knew it, before any of this even went down. He picked me because he thought my butt would look good as I stomped people to death for his entertainment. He made me wear yoga pants to fight in. So, when I finally broke, I went after him. And I found him lying in his comfortable bed with air conditioning, maids taking care of his every wish, all the food he could want. And I took my yoga pants and I strangled him to death as I watched the life leave his eyes. Lululemon lied. Their full-on Luon fabric is not nearly as stretchy as they say it is. Oh, come on. That's funny. You know it is. I watched my family burn alive because I have a nice butt in yoga pants, and then I used the yoga pants to strangle the bastard. Oh, come on. Anyway, I have a little bit of tea that I can give you. It just relaxes you and helps with some of the pain from where you got knocked out. It's just a bit of herbs. They're organic. Like that matters now. I remember I used to go to Whole Foods and I would only buy organic, vegan, fair trade. What a life that was. The next thing you know, I was ripping people's flesh off their bones for entertainment. Definitely not fair trade. Should have a bit of a raspberry flavor. Actually quite like it. Let me just... There we go. I'll pour the water into it. Alright, here. There. You like it? Good. Good. Just keep drinking. It's good for you. Well, I'm sure you're curious as to what these injections did to me. Well, it was very painful. It felt like if you've ever had a really bad flu and all your muscles ache, your neck feels stiff, your skin is hot to the touch, you feel like you need to throw up but you can't. That's what it felt like. And then I realized that I could do things that I couldn't do before. I'll demonstrate if you like. I can scan over you and make you feel warm. I can scan over you and make you feel chilled. I can slow down your heart rate so slow that you will live forever. I also have much more control over my muscles than I did before. I experience strength like I never have before. I can run for hours. I can jump right into the trees. They created a war machine, and the war machine has turned against them. I have no purpose in life anymore. I have nothing to live for. They've taken my humanity, smashed it into a million pieces, and gobbled it up. I'll never get it back. I'm okay with that. Because I still have purpose. Would you like to know what that purpose is? I'll tell you. It's bloody revenge. These drones can't hurt me. Nothing can stop me. I have one reason and one reason alone to exist, and that is to find every last one that had any involvement in what happened to me and what happened to anyone like me. I will find them and I will eradicate all of them. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care what I have to do or who I have to hurt. I will do it. You may be feeling a little foggy. Yeah, the tea's really relaxing, isn't it? Well, part of that is because I drugged you. I have a few new requirements. Since these injections, I am required to adhere to a specific diet. Shall we say a very high protein diet of a very specific nature. And it's pretty hard to come by these days. So you may feel yourself get very drowsy. Don't fight it. I promise I can make you feel no pain. I can manipulate your brain and your body so that it won't hurt. You'll never experience pain again, or suffering, or hunger, or much of anything really. Just relax. Just relax See, we're in a world where everyone is gone, but all of their things, their precious items and objects are left behind. It's comical, really. I mean, I used a $375 anti-aging face cream on my feet today. I used an eyeliner that was worth more than what I used to spend on food. Hilarious. My goodness. But what I need to survive, to thrive, is what's most hard to come by. Did you think you just fell down and passed out? No, I'm afraid not. I'll make sure you feel no pain ever again. I'll make sure you never suffer again. Just know that you're going to a good cause.